Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2021. I bet that was a real dramatic transition from me looking glam to looking like this. But we moved. So it's New Year's Eve and basically I wanted to make it a little tradition on my channel to always film like a New Year's Eve get ready with me. So even though I'm going to be probably sitting in bed or on the sofa, I thought I'm still going to do it because I just thought it would be nice, like, and then over the years I can kind of like compare where I am in my life, what I'm doing and things like that. Yeah, so basically I thought we could just have a bit of like a chatty get ready with me video. I've washed my hair so it's like damp. I'm going to show you how I use, by the way, how long is my hair? One sec. It's literally like nearly at my trousers. I feel like I definitely need a cut because it's quite broken, but it's literally here. I want it to be like there. So you know, it is growing. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I do like a kind of like blow dry thing. So I just thought it'd be nice, you know, we're going into a new year. This year has literally, I'm sure for a lot of people, has been the worst year. Like this year has been so shit. I remember thinking last year like next year is going to be so good. Like I'm in the swing of things with uni and I'm just gonna put on some moisturiser because I haven't moisturised today. Yeah, I remember saying last year like 2020 is going to be an amazing year. Like I was in the swing of things with uni, I had loads of holidays booked. I was going to New York, I was going to Ibiza, had loads of like travel plans. Never thought in a million years that it would turn out how it did, but you know, I'm here and I've made it through, so I'm really proud of myself. I feel like you just never ever know what is around the corner, like at all. Like life is crazy like that. I'm just putting some Nivea on as well because my skin is quite dry for some reason. I actually had a bit of a I'd say it was a nice moment earlier. I saw on Instagram, I was reading this post about moving into like a new year with, oh god, there's fireworks going off already. It's 7 minutes past 7. People are very excited. Yeah, so I was reading a post about moving into a new year without like a loved one and whatnot, and I was kind of thinking like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like I hadn't really thought of it in that way. And then I'd let the dog out, so the dog started barking, and so I let her in, and my dad like built an arch in the garden, like leading from like the decking onto like the stoned area, and there was the robin. I mean, it's always in the garden, and like whenever I look out my doors in my room, like he's always just like perched on the fence or something. Yeah, he's always there, but he was on the arch, like, and straight away, like it's as if like I always just lay my eyes on it straight away. So I was like, oh, that's my dad. So I was just kind of like standing there. I took a little photo on my phone, and then it just jumped down and it literally come like within a metre of me. It was so crazy. I was like, oh my god, like it's never really come that close to me before. Like it doesn't like fly off when I open the door or anything, but like it's not scared of my dog. It will literally stand right by the dog, which obviously birds don't do. But it literally come like a metre away. I was videoing it like, and it was hopping towards me, and I was like, okay, like that's my dad saying Happy New Year, you're doing everything right, like you're doing good. So that was nice to have. And actually, I mentioned in my last video, but I had my eyebrows laminated, so they're just like that, but literally I think I'll always have them laminated because they never really had much shape. Like I really had to do the shape. So now it's just amazing. And I just applied the Professional, by the way, and now I've been using the Splashbox, it says Splashbox and Vlada, I don't know, but it's the Photo Finish Petal Metal Primer, and I've been using this recently just for like a bit more of a glow. So my resolutions for this year, I feel like let's have a little bit of like a reflection. I actually found it the other day, the piece of paper that I'd wrote. So one of them was to start YouTube, and I obviously have come here. if honestly, like, I said I wanted to, but I was like, will I ever actually? Like, if you'd have told me that I would be sitting here on this New Year's Eve filming a get ready with me video for my YouTube channel, I would be like, really? But here I am. I'm actually really glad that I like took the plunge to do it, because it has just been amazing. Like, put on my Instagram earlier, just like to say thank you to everyone who's like watched and subscribed and shared, or even literally just like clicked on my channel page. It has just been amazing. So I'm on 368 subscribers. I never thought I'd have this many by this time of year, especially because I had like quite a big break over the summer. Yeah, I never would have expected to get this many, but here we are. And I got like, I think it's 19,000 views, like nearly 20,000 views, which is crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know how many I would expect to have had, but when I looked at that earlier, I was like, wow, that is actually quite crazy. This, by the way, is the top that I got in my ASOS design video. It's like a tie front. I feel like this is nice for these occasions where like you're in the house but you still want to feel quite cute. Another resolution I made was to spend more time with my mum and dad and like just make more time for myself, and I definitely did this year. Like, was there anything else to do? But no, even at the start of the year, like, I made a conscious effort to not always stay like at my boyfriend's. I feel like, especially when you, I mean, I've drove for quite a few years, but when we first got together, neither of us could drive. So I feel like you do kind of get in a habit of just staying round theirs because you don't want to get a lift back. So I kind of just got into a habit of like being with my boyfriend a lot, which isn't a bad thing, but I thought I'm kind of like missing out on valuable time with my parents. There's him whistling now. So yeah, I made a conscious effort even at the start of the year, like before Corona and everything, to just like make a conscious effort to spend more time at home or just like do things for myself instead of like rushing around for everyone and like kind of like feeling burnt out. And obviously Corona gave us the perfect opportunity to do that, so I definitely accomplished that. Another one was to read more, and I kind of did, and I was reading quite a bit over the summer, but I couldn't really focus on them. Like, I would read them for a little bit and then I'd kind of just get over it. So I did ask on Instagram for some like questions and topics to talk about in this video, so I'll check my responses in a minute. By the way, I'm sorry about this. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation in 128 Warm Nude. It's a little bit dark for me with a tan on because I wasn't sure what like my New Year's Eve plans would be, like if we would be allowed to see anyone. So I actually scrubbed my tan off the other day thinking that maybe we'd be able to do something and I would be able to tan for it, but I'm in tier 4. Right, and then I'm going to take the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in Fair 5. My mum just texted me and asked if the dog's okay with the fireworks, and I haven't even heard her, so she must be. I feel like that is one good thing about the fact she's gone deaf in her old age, that she doesn't have a fit anytime there's fireworks. Right, let's have a look at some questions. Okay, so the first question, I answer the first one first, is what are your resolutions and what are you going to do to make them happen? So I did actually sit yesterday and really sat like with my scrapbook and thought, right, I do want to do a vision board, but I'm going to do that next week and like obviously do it visionary, but I do always like to just like make a list. Firstly, I know this is like very generic, but just like to be happy and kind of make peace with things as best as I can. Obviously, I never thought that I would ever have lost my dad at this age, like in a million years. Even like when it was happening, I was like, no, like he'll be fine. And I'm a very like spiritual person, so I don't always, I feel like, and especially like that story I just told you about the robin, I still like feel like he's around, and I know he is and things like that, but I feel like still mentally it's quite hard to make peace with. So I'd say that's my main goal. Like obviously it's only been like 4 months, so it's still very like raw and whatever, like it just is what it is, I suppose. But definitely make peace with that and just like find to be happy. However, I do believe that you can be grieving and still be like happy and like laugh at things. I feel like not everyone is like that, but I definitely have been. Like my dad was such a funny person, and I just feel like even if we think of something funny that he did or said, like I can still scream of laughter at it. And then it's kind of like after you get the like of like pain or like guilt or grief, I suppose. I don't want this video to be too morbid, but I'd say like that is probably, I feel like just make time for me and like take time when I need it and just like look after me. And that leads on to like the gym and eating healthy. I was so good at the start of the year, and I have been really like all throughout the year. Like I've still gone to the gym, but and I don't eat bad. Like I'm not someone who eats bad anyway. Like I still always eat healthy, but I feel like I could definitely eat healthier at points. I definitely want to carry on with like my vegetarian vegan life, because that's kind of trailed off the last few months. Just haven't really got an excuse for it. It's just kind of how things have happened. Like I've still had like vegetarian and vegan meals throughout the week, but not all the time. Right, for my eyes I might do something a little bit different, but just to start with, going to go in with my Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. It's the Endless Summer bronzer. I'm just going to do a little bit in my crease. Right, I'm going to take this other Bare Minerals, and it's called Velvet Pecan. It just comes in like a little pot like this. Just kind of like an orangey. Actually, I don't think that is the one. Can't seem to find where that one's gone. I'm just going to pick up another orange. This is just a MAC powder, but it will be fine for eyeshadow. This is not a makeup channel. Just going to put that in my crease a little bit and then blend it out. This is a bit more of like an adulty one, but is to get into property, whether that is a property of our own or one that we just rent. I just don't really know what's going on with that at the moment. I'd love to find somewhere to buy, because I'm moving out of this house after, well, it was supposed to be in January, so very soon. I think it'll probably be a bit later at the moment, because I just haven't really felt like getting round to it, but we are going to be renting this house out, so I'm going to move into my mum's and like go in between there and my boyfriend's. I'm going to stay there until we find a place. Like me and Ollie are quite lucky in the fact that we don't have to just rush and buy somewhere. Like we can wait until it's 100% what we want, it's perfect, and we both really like it. So yeah, I just want to be smart with what I have. So get into property somehow. Me and my brother also want to like flip houses, so I don't know if that will happen next year or maybe when he's a little bit older. I also want to get a internship. Well, and that sounds really American. It's because I've been watching Gossip Girl, which goes off Netflix tonight, which is literally so sad. I mean, I've watched it literally, I don't even know how many times since I was in like year 9, but it's still really, really sad that it's going off. Everything I'm looking for today, I just don't know where it is. Where's my Too Faced palette? Oh, yeah, I want to get like not an apprenticeship, it is an internship, isn't it? Like a work placement. I want to get something to help with uni, and then like after uni. So that's definitely a goal, to get something, even if it's like, if it's short term, long term. But I'm just going to put some concealer on my lid. I'm going to take the Too Faced Cat Eyes palette. It's just like a leopard print like that. Quite good really, like you've got different like crease shades and then different shimmers. And then I'm going to take the Tiger's Eye one, which is the orange, and then I'm just going to put that on top of where I put the concealer. Okay, on top of that I'm just going to use the Naked 3 palette, and I always use the Trick shade. As you can see, this palette is literally untouched, but the Trick one I love. It's like a goldie, but it's got more like orange undertones than pink. Fabulous. Nothing too much, but you know, I've tried. Okay, so another resolution even is to stay consistent with YouTube and like really grow my channel, do videos that I really want to film. I do have so many ideas, but so many of them are like shit on by COVID. Like I had so many good videos to do around New Year's Eve and things like that, but like doing like affordable outfits and for different price points from different shops, like testing those dresses, definitely that's a big goal for me, like to really, as well as focusing on uni, I feel like I really want to achieve really high grades at uni. But that is just like, I feel like all in all you just have to be have a routine, have like a schedule to set to, plan your days and just stay like on top of everything. Okay, that's kind of it for my eyes. Like I said, I'm not very makeup-y. I'm just going to take my Bare Minerals bronzer. So another topic that someone asked to talk about was mental health, and obviously I can talk about it broadly. There's definitely been points of my life where I feel like I've struggled a little bit more, like going to uni. Okay, so I've bronzed up my face quite a lot, probably a little bit too much. I feel like in the viewfinder it always looks really crazy, but it's really not. Right, and then I'm gonna just bronze. So I'm gonna use my favourite Suave palette, and I always use this one now. That one's run out. I can't remember what I was talking about. I've just had a little snack. Oh yeah, so yeah, I feel like that's when like I started feeling what you would call anxious, when I first started high school. Found it in like different parts of life, but I remember at prom I had a strapless dress on and my whole like chest all here just come out in big black, not black, in like in a big red blotchy rash. And obviously had a strapless dress on. I was so like insecure about it, but I was like, it's fine, it'll go. And it did. Like as soon as I like got out of the car and things, I felt fine. I feel like, and not when I started uni, I was a bit the same. Definitely nothing to be ashamed of. I definitely talk about it. Like I always used to think this was bullshit, but like a problem shared is definitely a problem halved. So whether that's like a parent, your best friend, a partner, someone on a like online chat room like the Samaritans chat, like a mental health website that offer that service, like whatever way you feel supported, like whether it's a therapist, definitely just like talk about things. I feel like it makes you feel so much better. Like it's been very easy for me to sometimes this year just to like shut away and like not really, I'm just contouring my nose by the way, and not really like speak about how I'm feeling. But as soon as I have, like I feel like a weight has been lifted off and I feel so much better, and like I feel like I can get over it more. So just from personal experience, I would say just talk. And I feel like society is definitely getting like more accepting and things of mental health. Like it's not so much of a taboo anymore. I mean, there's still a long way to come, but it is nice to see that like a lot more people just talk about things openly. So yeah, don't be afraid to like admit that you're struggling or you want to talk to someone. I would just say like look after yourself. Like if you, whatever you love to do, do it. Like self-care nights, pamper nights, like have a bath, take the time out of your day to put a face mask on, like whatever you can do to make yourself feel better, just do it. Like you'll feel so much better for it. So all I do with my brows now is literally just brush them all up like that, and then I'm just gonna spray my face using the I Love Revolution Vanilla and Coconut fixing spray. So I'm literally wet, and then I'm just gonna take my Laura Geller highlighter, which is discontinued. It's Gilded Honey. It's the best one ever. I might look on Depop to see if like anyone's selling, because it's my favourite. So let me know what your resolutions are for 2020. I feel like mine, I just don't want to put too much pressure on myself in a way. Like I just want to make the most out of every day. Like surely 2021 cannot be worse than this year. Like hopefully the country gets over COVID and that is like no longer a word we have to ever talk about. I don't know if that's being too optimistic, but you know, it never hurts being optimistic. Hopefully that does become our reality. Like we just don't even have to think about like putting a mask on or like seeing our loved ones. Yeah, hopefully we can all achieve what we want in 2021. Like I feel like, you know, that's pretty crazy. And then basically once I've done my highlighter, I'm just going to spray a little bit more, and then just started taking my beauty blender and just putting everything down. Yeah, hopefully 2021 just allows all of our like dreams to come true, or like we can start on our dreams or whatever they may be. Hopefully just nothing gets in the way. Yeah, but I hope you all had, because I suppose it won't be New Year's Eve when you're watching this, I hope you all had a good New Year's Eve, whatever you did. We have got so much buffet food in the fridge, and I'm just going to cook it all once I finish filming and just pig out, play Jenga with the love of my life, and just, yeah, to be honest, there's nothing that I'd rather be doing. I feel like we're just ending the year how we've spent the whole year, like together doing nothing but making the most of it. I also got another question about how I like balance everything out, like uni. I'm just using, by the way, my mum brought me this. It is the Unique Moodstruck Epic 4D mascara. It's actually really good. It's got like a really thick brush. Right, I'm just going to quickly do my mascara. What I always do to like lift my mascara up, I just get a really thin brush and just like put my lashes into place almost. These are the days where I miss my individual lashes, because obviously you don't have to worry about doing mascara. Okay, for lips, what am I going to use? I'm going to put some Carmex on. And then I'm going to use the Doll Beauty Dolled Out lipstick. I got this for Christmas. That's the colour of it. It's just like a real nice peach. Very similar to Peach Stock, but a little bit more like pinky. It's a really creamy formula though, it is really nice. So that's done. I'm just going to add a little bit more highlight. God, I don't know what them screaming kids are about. I don't know where they're coming from. Right, so that is my face done. Not too glam. A little bit more glam than normal. Okay. For my hair, by the way, if this video does not sum up 2020, then what does? Like getting ready on New Year's Eve, doing your hair and makeup just to sit at home. So I did wash my hair before I started filming, so I always apply the Pantene Smooth and Sleek Argan Dry Oil, and I just put like a pump in my hand and just run it through the ends. And then I'm also going to just apply some Heat Protect. And then I'll just brush this through. So I'm going to be using the Babyliss Big Hair. It's just like, well, I'll show you. I'm going to do it in sections though. You know what annoys me? When, I mean, I know this is a little bit crazy, but whenever I actually want to do this like half up bun, it always looks shit. But if I ever do it quickly, like it's workable. Right, so this is the brush. It's just like a big brush, and basically you can have it on cool, hot, and then hot. So you can have it on different settings. And then basically this button makes it go that way, and then this button makes it go that way. I hope you caught that if you can help hear over me. But basically, if you hold it one way, it spins one way, and then the other way it spins the other. So you can either have your hair like flicking out or flicking in. If I had like a bob, I would definitely use it a lot more, but I'll try and show you. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but I'll try. Okay, so my hair is done. I hope that it kind of made sense from the clips. I've got my little jewellery on, got my rings, got my necklace, and that is me. That is me glammed up for New Year's Eve in the kitchen. So happy 2021 everyone. I hope that this year brings you happiness, your dreams come true, you stick to your resolutions as best as you can, and I hope that it's a good year. Like I said earlier, it can't get any worse. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, happy 2021. Thank you for all the love and support you've shown me. You'll never know how much it means to me. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this little New Year's Eve get ready with me. I hope that it was enjoyable. Like I said, I just want it to be a little bit of a tradition on this channel. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's hit 400 subscribers in January. I'm putting it out there, manifestation. That is one of my resolutions, grow this channel. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Stay safe and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.